righty, welcome everybody. Welcome to the Spin Zone. It is episode number 11 and 92nd episode overall. Steve, welcome back. Could you believe we are at episode 11 and 92nd for the entire year?
Wow, 90, and that's a lot of shows.
I
That's a
know,
lot of
right? It
podcasts.
is a lot of shows.
And
Uh,
80, what was it, number 11 for the spin zone?
11 for the Spin Zone and 92nd overall.
Wow, dude. You have a goal in mind, and it seems that you're going to accomplish it, or we're going
Well,
to accomplish it.
Well, I try to, at least, even if I'm dead or dying, and I have been close to dead or dying lately.
Well, we know about that. So,
Yeah.
Dad, I believe
Speaking
it
of the
can't be
dead,
dead or dying anymore, all right?
speaking of the
It can't be
dead,
dead. Yeah.
looks like the Cowboys didn't do too well this past
Hey,
weekend.
yes, sir. I believe that's your fault, sir. All right, cause we didn't have a spin zone last week.
I know,
So
I know.
see,
Believe
so
me, where I was at, I was hoping that I'd get out of there so I could come back to do this. Trust me.
oh,
I'm
all right.
much
So
happier when I'm doing this.
yeah, this week it'll be a lot better, sir. All right,
I hope
uh,
so. You know.
sir,
I
sir.
hope so. The Cowboys have got to turn it around somehow. This was not a very good Sunday.
But you know what? It wasn't a good Sunday for not Cowboy fans, but it brought us down to reality. All right,
Right.
you
Right.
know, it brought us down. It humbled. It should have humbled us.
Right. Right.
So we'll find out.
It's one thing to go into something with a little bit of overconfidence. It's another
Yeah.
to go in there and lose to a sucky team like the way we did. But sometimes that's what it takes. It takes us to
And
face those sucky
unfortunately,
moments.
that's what's happened majority of the time with Cowboys. All right. You know, they win. That they hit a team that is 0-15, and we lose to them.
Yeah, well,
And
these were
we're all
0-2 because they hadn't
yes,
won a game up to this point
yes. All
until.
right.
But
So,
it's all about hunger and who is hungrier than the other. So if you're a team that's 0-2, you got nothing to lose, you know,
very true. Very
and
true.
and that's the way it always happens. But anyway, what we'll do on this episode, we're gonna briefly go over the highlights, obviously, of Game Three, as painful as it
Highlights.
is.
Highlights.
Highlights. And we'll do that, and we'll just briefly talk about this coming week's game. There's not a whole lot to talk about, but you know, we'll go through it. So we'll go ahead and flip to the virtual theater.
Popcorn.
Unfortunately, no popcorn. Unfortunately, I'm very poor right now. I can't even afford great value popcorn. So let's see here. Hold on 1 second. If I try to find it somewhere. Let's see. Oh, one more thing. Before we do, let me just make sure that all the videos muted. Last thing I need is somebody to
Somebody tell me knocking on your door.
yeah, exactly. All right, hold on. No, shoot. How do I do this? Flip. No. Layout. Hold on. Why does this always happen to me?
It's all right. It's all right.
Okay, that one's muted. I'll mute them manually, I guess. Slide. Give me a second.
Well, while you're doing that, I'm pretty sure you have it in the injuries, right? Cowboys have had several injuries that we didn't have before.
Right, right, right.
So
For the touchdown
I'm not
run.
giving any excuses, but you know,
Yeah, I know it sucks when you have those many injuries. Hold on. I guess some of them I did mute. Yeah. What the heck? Yeah, I muted them all. All right.
all right, cool.
Yeah. For some reason, I thought I hadn't. All right. So let's see here. Uh, where are you? Where are you? Oh, guest. There we go. Let me. There we go. Cool. Let me make sure that I've got it correctly here. Alrighty. Alrighty. So that's better.
Awesome. There we go.
Alrighty. So the next game is obviously, why does it have Friday? It's actually Sunday. So I did a typo, but it's against uh, the New England Patriots on Sunday at
Mhm.
3:25 p.m. Central Time. But that is
Yes,
a
sir.
typo, so don't mind that. Alrighty, so some of the highlights of the first quarter was with 12:41 remaining in the first quarter. Cardinal number 5, the kicker, Matt Prater, attempts a 39-yard field goal and succeeds, bringing the score 3-0. So we'll take a look at that. And he makes it.
Yes, he does.
Yep. So that brought the score to 3-0. I know that's not a highlight, but you know. And then, still in the first quarter, ball is given to Cardinal number 6, Connor, who scores a touchdown, bringing the score 9-0. As we
Yes,
see,
sir. Yes, sir. That hurts.
yeah, the video was kind of sloppy here for some reason, but there he goes, and there he does the touchdown right there. Yeah, so that brought the score down 9-0.
I remember. I remember you giving me flashbacks.
I know these service flashbacks. And then once again, with 6:12 remaining in the first quarter, Prater, the kicker for the Cardinals, once again scores a field goal, bringing the score Arizona 10 to Dallas 0.
Zero. And you keep on mentioning that number zero.
Ay, ay, ay. And then a little bit of
Here we go.
hope, a little
Here we
bit
go.
of
Here we
hope,
go.
right? With hold on, with 152 remaining in the first quarter, Brandon Aubrey, the kicker for Dallas, number 12, attempts a 49-yard field goal and succeeds, bringing the score Arizona 9 to Dallas 3. So there definitely was a ray of light, you know,
Yes, there was.
you know. So that was a ray of hope for us, right? And then, of course, with 12:40 remaining in the second quarter, the ball is given to Cardinal number 4, Moore, who runs for a 50-yard touchdown, bringing the score Arizona 15 to Dallas 3. And there he's given. There he goes. There he goes. There he goes.
It hurts to watch, Dan. It hurts to watch. My eyes. My eyes.
It definitely was a painful game, no doubt about it. But maybe this is what they needed. They needed a painful game. All right. And of course, once again, our hopes were elevated a little bit. And
Yes, sir.
with 5:32 still in the second quarter,
Yeah, those are my
Prescott
boys. Those are my boys.
Prescott throws a pass to Rico Dowdle, number 23, for a touchdown, bringing the score Arizona 15, Dallas 10, and that's after Aubrey successfully completes a field goal. So here we'll watch that.
There we go. Right there, right there. Woohoo!
Yep, there he goes.
And there he goes.
There's a touchdown right there.
You can replay that all day long if you want, right? Like,
Yeah, that was definitely a ray of hope, no doubt about that. But unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be.
there you go again with bad news.
With 134 left in the second quarter, number 5 Prater, the kicker for the Cardinals, attempts a 43-yard field goal and succeeds, bringing the score Arizona 18 to Dallas 10.
Miss it, miss it.
Nope,
You didn't miss it.
didn't miss it. And then, of course, moving along, I didn't really I'm not sure if I skipped over the third quarter, which I did.
It's all
In the
right.
video, I
It's all
couldn't
right.
find a whole lot. So, with 9:34 remaining in the fourth quarter, Aubrey attempts a 26-yard field goal and succeeds in bringing the score Arizona 21 to Dallas 16. So there's still hope. There was definitely still hope at this point.
Yes,
There
sir.
were still 9 minutes in the fourth quarter.
I
And
had my candles upside down. Eh,
and then of course, we knew that the deal was sealed with 7:28 remaining in the fourth quarter. A pass is thrown to number 2 Marquise Brown, which scores its touchdown, bringing the score to Arizona 28, Dallas 16, and unfortunately it remained that way for the remainder of the quarter.
yes, it did.
And there's the touchdown. Not a good game. Not a good game.
You forgot to mention the last possible highlight of the
Yep.
interception.
Yes. Yes. I know
Hey,
that Prescott had an interception, but I didn't want to pour any more salt into the wound.
yeah, it hurts, but we coulda, shoulda, woulda, all the past tense verbs you want to use. All right, we coulda, shoulda, woulda. Had we made that touchdown, we could have gone for a 2 point conversion and possibly taken over the game.
Yep. Yep.
But it didn't happen. So
It didn't happen. It wasn't meant to be, you know. So, with that said, our hope is now game 4,
that was see,
and that's
yeah, I
between
like this now. All right, so
the
I don't like when
Patriots.
you do the recap because we lost. So
It's between the Patriots and the Cowboys, and they've had a couple of matchups in the past. The most recent was on 10-17-2021, and that's where Dallas won the game 35 to 29. Previous to that, it was on November 24th, 2019, and of course the Patriots won that one. Prior to that, they had not played against each other, um, other than at 2015, back in 2015. And during that game, the Patriots won, um, 30 to 6. And then prior to that was 2011. The Patriots won that one, 20 to 16. And then back in 2007. The Patriots won 48-27. So just a little bit of history.
But who was the quarterback with them?
Well, Tony Romo probably. Was it?
I'm talking about the Patriots.
Oh, the Patriots. Oh, it was Tom Brady.
Hey, and he's no longer with them.
Well, yeah, but they still
So
have a team, right?
that's mumbo jumbo, right? The team was Tom Brady,
All
right?
right, all right. If you want to
So
comfort yourself that way, okay.
I do,
You
I do.
know.
And Hash Brown says the same thing. So
All right, all right. So they've met a few times, and as you mentioned, injuries. We're tracking those on the Dallas side. Tyler Bedias is a center. He's out with a hamstring injury. Chuma or Kuma Edoga, um, a guard. He's out with an elbow injury. CD Lamb, the wide receiver. I'm not sure what NIR rest means. Maybe they want to keep him off the field, but that's the way it was. His status was as of last night. Demarcus Lawrence, the defensive end, same thing. Zach Martin, he's a guard. He's out with an ankle. And Tyrone Smith, offensive tackle, he's out with a knee injury.
so you have the center, the guard, and the offensive tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Four of the offensive line on injury.
On injury. Yeah. So that's a problem, obviously. And on the Patriots side, you've got Christian Barmore, defensive lineman. He's out for a knee injury. Davon Godcho, defensive line ankle. Jonathan Jones, defensive back ankle. City Sal, offensive lineman. He's out with a concussion. And Cole Strange, I think that's the way that name is pronounced. Guard, he's out with a knee injury. So they've got quite a few, out as well. And of course, what do we expect this Sunday? Well, obviously the New England
Win, 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 win. That's what we expect, sir.
right,
All
we
right.
expect the Cowboys to win. The good thing is that the New England Patriots come in to this game with a 1-2 record. Okay. And the Dallas Cowboys come into this game with a 2-1 record, recovering from last Sunday's loss to the Cardinals, right? It will be the first time we'll see Ezekiel Elliott wearing a Patriot
I just
uniform.
remembered. Oh no.
So I'm pretty sure he's going to get a lot of playing time against his former team. So we should expect a lot of run action by Elliott. Try to thumb his nose at Dallas for not having him back.
For trading him in.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. Obviously, they don't have a very stellar record, as you mentioned. The goat is no longer with them. You say that the goat was responsible for everything. Maybe. You know.
No, that's my opinion, and I stand by it.
All right. So we'll go with that. And of course, Dallas, hopefully they've humbled themselves this week and realized that it's not going to be a papitas. They can't just think they can walk into it. They need to work at it. As the girl said, work it.
Yes.
So, it'll be interesting. Obviously, Ezekiel Elliott being on the other side, that's going to be interesting to see. Uh, I'm pretty sure he's got a few things to prove, you know. Uh, but it'll be a cool game to watch and see what happens. So,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, no matter what, I'll be watching. No matter what, I'll be watching my Cowboys.
yep, yep. Well, we're hoping for the best. That's for sure.
Always.
All righty, everybody. Well, this was a short episode, but it obviously was short because it was not any good highlights in our favor. Obviously, if we had had highlights, we would have 20 highlights to show. But definitely, this one was one that we didn't have a whole lot to talk about. But once
Well,
again,
this is the Cowboy spin zone, not the Cardinal spin zone or the Jet spin zone or any other spin zone. It is the Dallas Cowboy Spin Zone, and I believe we have the best interest of the Dallas Cowboy viewers.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So, anyway, we'll be back this coming week for the highlights of Game 4. Once again, it is set for Sunday at 3:25 Central Time. I don't know the exact stations that are going to be showing the game, but if you tune into your local stations, you should be able to get some additional information. Once
Yes,
again,
sir.
we thank everybody for tuning in to this short episode of the Spin Zone. And Steve, thank you as always.
No, no, sir. Thank you for inviting me on the show once again. Hey, it's always a pleasure, all right, and a proud moment to be on this podcast with you, sharing our experiences about the Dallas Cowboys. I know they're my favorite team. They're my only team, right? And hey, even though they lost, I'm still a Cowboy fan forever.
Well, hopefully there's a pitada to celebrate this weekend.
Hey,
That's for
hey,
sure.
if there is, we have to go there one day.
Yep. All righty, everybody. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for episode 12 next week.
Adios.